Charles Darwin was born in England in 1809 into a well-off family with a strong tradition of science and medicine. From a young age, he was captivated by nature, spending hours exploring the outdoors and collecting beetles. Schoolwork bored him, but his passion for the natural world grew through hands-on experiences like fishing and hunting. Darwin tried studying medicine at Edinburgh, but found it unappealing, so he switched to Cambridge to become a clergyman, which allowed him to pursue natural history. At Cambridge, he met professors who encouraged his curiosity in botany and geology. These early adventures and academic experiences taught him to observe closely and think scientifically. His collecting habits and exposure to scientific ideas laid the groundwork for his future discoveries. Darwin's curiosity was his guiding force, preparing him for a journey that would change science forever. The foundation for his revolutionary ideas was set long before he ever set sail. His early life was the spark that ignited a lifetime of discovery. In 1831, at just 22, Darwin joined HMS Beagle as the ship's naturalist for a 5-year voyage around the world. The journey took him to South America, the Andes, Patagonia, and the Galapagos Islands, where he observed unique wildlife. Darwin noticed that animals like finches and tortoises varied from island to island, sparking questions about how species change. He collected thousands of specimens and filled notebooks with detailed observations. These discoveries challenged the idea that species were fixed and unchanging. By the time he returned to England, Darwin had a new perspective on the diversity of life. The voyage gave him the evidence and inspiration to develop his groundbreaking theory. The Beagle journey was the turning point that shaped his scientific legacy. It was the adventure that set the stage for his revolutionary ideas. Survival of the fittest isn't about being the strongest. It's about being best suited to your environment. Within every species, there are small differences or variations between individuals. Some traits help an organism survive and reproduce better than others. Darwin called this process natural selection. Helpful traits get passed on while less useful ones fade away. Over generations, these small changes add up, shaping species to fit their environments. The fittest are those whose traits match their surroundings, not just the biggest or fastest. Natural selection explains how species adapt and even how new species arise. It's a slow, powerful force that shapes all life on Earth. This idea became the cornerstone of Darwin's theory of evolution. Let's break down some key words from Darwin's work. Evolution means living things change slowly over time, like branches on a giant family tree. A species is a group of similar organisms that can have babies together. Natural selection is nature's way of choosing which traits help survival and get passed on. Adaptation is a special feature or behavior that helps an organism thrive, like a bird's wings or a fish's gills. Variation means the small differences between individuals in a species, like height or color. Fossils are ancient remains or traces of life preserved in rock, showing how creatures changed over time. A habitat is the natural home where a plant or animal lives. Extinction happens when a species dies out completely, like the dinosaurs. These words help us understand how life changes and adapts. They're the building blocks of Darwin's big ideas. Let's go over some of the most important words from Darwin's theory one more time, nice and simple. Evolution. This means living things slowly change over a long time. Species. A group of living things that are alike and can have babies together. Adaptation. A special feature or skill that helps a living thing survive, like a turtle's shell. Variation. The small differences between living things, like spots on a ladybug. Fossil. The remains or shapes of plants and animals from long ago found in rocks. Extinction. When a kind of animal or plant disappears forever, like the dodo bird. Habitat. The place where a plant or animal naturally lives, like a forest or a pond. Natural selection. Nature's way of picking which living things survive and have babies based on their helpful traits. These words are the building blocks of Darwin's ideas, and they help us talk about how life grows and changes on our planet. When Darwin published On the Origin of Species in 1859, it shocked and inspired the world. His theory of evolution by natural selection explained how all life is connected and how species change over time. Darwin's work transformed biology into a unified science, showing the links between all living things. His ideas help us understand medicine, agriculture, and conservation today. Evolution explains antibiotic resistance, guides crop breeding, and helps protect endangered species. Darwin's careful research and willingness to follow evidence set a new standard for science. He taught us to see the deep connections in nature and to question what we think we know. His legacy is not just a theory, but a way of thinking, curious, patient, and open to discovery. Darwin changed how we see ourselves and our place in the world. His story reminds us to keep exploring and asking questions about life on Earth. See you next time. Love you all.